is finally over for the biggest Britpop band of the 90s, Oasis. Noel Gallagher, the main songwriter and brainchild behind Oasis, has quit the band. It was announced on Friday that the Manchester group had cancelled their second gig in a week because of an altercation within the band, and unfortunately Noel has admitted that he couldn't go on a day longer playing with his brother.
Well, that's the difference between the middle classes and the working classes. The middle classes experiment with drugs, the working classes get stuck in. If there was gold medals for taking drugs for England, I'd have won a shitload. I suppose it is petulant, and it can be quite childish in a way, but, you know, I'm a rock star. You know, I'm paid to be childish. What, you ask me if I'm happy? Listen, I've got £87 million in the bank, I've got a Rolls Royce, I've got 3 stalkers, I'm about to go on the board at Manchester City. I'm part of the greatest band in the world. Am I happy with that? No, I'm not! I want more! If I wanted to do solo projects in the past, I guess I could have if I'd have insisted. But I really loved being in Oasis. Right up until the second that I decided that I was going to leave. I loved it. I loved the sheer size of it and what it meant to people, and playing stadiums and the camaraderie of being in the band. I never wanted to be a solo artist. I still don't want to be a solo artist. I'm not interested in that title. Do you know what I mean? I'm only doing this because I've had 2 years off. I wouldn't know what else to do. And then in the end I was like, right, so what am I going to do? And to start a band, I thought, you know, I was weighing up the pros and cons of each. Like a solo artist, didn't really want to be a solo artist. I still don't. But starting another band in your 40s means I've got to find some idiot singer, you know. And then the band that we start, whatever it's called, will always be compared to the band I've been in. So what would be the point of that? And I thought it's best to start on a new path. 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind me lie the years that I've misspent, and I've been sinking like a flower in the fountain. But when all the love I'm gonna need is heaven sent.
How is it different from what you've done before? Does it feel pretty different right now, or?
Yeah, it's the exact opposite of what I've done before. I mean, you can imagine I get asked this question every day, and you know, you'll be well aware of the answer. I'm with a different band in different venues, playing different songs to different people. It couldn't be any more different. I've only been rehearsing as a frontman for 2 days. Okay. Yes, Monday and Tuesday this week. That's the first time I rehearsed. I didn't like it. I don't like being in the middle. When I used to be on the side, nobody was looking at me. I could pretend I was Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock, do you know what I mean? Now it's like all these people are staring, and particularly in between the songs, everyone thinks you've got something to say. I've got nothing to say. Well, when I was in Oasis, we were a stadium rock band, and for better or for worse, that's the music that I wrote because we played stadiums and big arenas all over the world, and we had to tailor. We didn't have to, but you fall into the trap of tailoring your music to fit whatever environment you're playing in. With this now, like once you've been in a stadium, man, it's kind of like, I don't want to do that anymore. You know? So I make the record first and then decide who's going to come on the road. What's interesting about the band at the minute is now I'm thinking about another record. I'm actually thinking, how am I going to incorporate all these people into it? Because it's a pretty tight unit already. I write without writing. I've developed a style of sitting down, watching the TV with the guitar, playing some chords, and then suddenly I'll take notice of what I'm doing and think, oh, they sound good. And then persevere with that until a melody arrives, and if it's good, you remember it. And sometimes that might take anything up to 20 years.
Now that you've gone solo, you get described in the press as a singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
You don't like that term.
No.
Why not?
Because singer-songwriter implies that the most important part of that is the singer bit. And I've often found with singer-songwriters, they've got great voices and they tailor their songs to promote their voice, if you like. I'm a songwriter-singer. My voice is irrelevant to the song. Is the most important thing in the melody. The most memorable ones you never write down. They just come and you remember them in the morning, and you still. The lesser popular ones is pen and paper. But the melodies and the chords, I don't put them to tape until I'm recording it. And then the words will come. I'll have a fair idea of what half the first verse is and a bit of the chorus, and then it's just a case of, getting in a quiet room and then kind of nailing it. My producer, David Holmes, he just refused any song that I'd written outside of the studio. I didn't want to know. He wants to be there at the genesis of this idea, and then he would point me in a different direction. And every time I would come up with stuff that sounded remotely like Oasis or what I'd done before, he would stop me and say, well, we've heard all that. You can do that next time. Why don't we focus on this germ of electronic music and turn that into a song? And the funny thing is when I was making it, because it took 4 years to make, and because it kind of grew step by step, I didn't realise how different it was until I started to play it to people. 2 after every track. When I first played Holy Mountain to my management, they hadn't heard it. At the end of the song there was silence, and my manager went, are they all like this? Now, I went, what? He said, are they all like this? I said, no, some of them are even worse. I guess because I've made so many records, the thrill of the unknown was what kept me interested. Every day was different in the studio. I remember coming home from the studio one night and my missus saying to me, how did it go today? I was like, I have no idea. She said, what did you do? I was like, well, I played the synthesizer for 7 hours. She's like, you can't play the synthesizer. I was going, I know. When I first started, I used to do 20 songs and 12 of them were Oasis songs, and that's because that's just pure necessity. And the next tour, it was
getting more and more of your own songs.
Yeah,
obviously.
so now it's down to 5. The only conscious thing that I would do with the real kind of, because people take those songs, I mean, they're part of people's lives, particularly in England. I wouldn't have Charlotte play the scissors on an Oasis song, for instance, because the girl, unfortunately, would get hate mail. You know, I'm aware of what those songs mean to people, and we do them how people want to hear them, you know what I mean? They're my songs. I wrote them, the end. And the reason BDI are not playing them is because they're a band, and I'm sure they don't want to turn into an Oasis covers band. You know, they're ploughing their own road from now on, do you know what I mean? And good luck to them, do you know what I mean? Other than that, I own those songs. There's some songs that I do which are clearly better sung by Liam, do you know what I mean? So I just won't attempt them, there's no point. You know, I wouldn't do Some Might Say and Slide Away and Live Forever and all those things for the sake of it, just for doing it.
Yeah.
I have to somehow believe that I'm doing something credible with it.
Try and click with what you got. Taste every potion, 'cause if you like yourself a lot,